one other change in society. And if you've managed to still feel like you're a good parent up to this point, abandon all hope now, because we're all guilty of this. We are so overprotective of our children now, compared to generations past, that it's astounding. I mean, I probably shouldn't have given you the answer before I asked you this question, but how many of you think that the world is a more dangerous place for kids now than it was, say, 30 years ago? 99% of you will say yes. There's no evidence for that, really. I mean, what makes it more dangerous? How many children are kidnapped in the United States every year by strangers? Not by disgruntled spouses, which is fairly common, but by strangers, which is the thing we most worry about. It's like under 100, maybe 50 kids out of 50 million. In many ways, I think our kids are safer in some ways because sometimes they're more knowledgeable about things like pedophiles and other dangers that lurk out there that we were certainly blissfully unaware of when we were growing up. I mean, this struck me very strongly. I remember when I went grocery shopping with my older daughter when she was probably 2 or 3, and I'm picking something off the shelf, and I turn around and she's gone. And I think, my God, aliens have abducted her. Or maybe she's been kidnapped, or she's wandered over to the aisle where they sell pedophile supplies, or whatever it is. And then I started to think of what my mother did when she took us shopping, me and my 2 hyperactive brothers. She left us in the car. She didn't want us in there running around. I mean, she'd leave the window rolled down a little bit so we didn't suffocate, but, that was regular practice then. And now, we don't let our kids outside without attaching a GPS to them. And they pick up on that anxiety. They now feel the world is a more dangerous place because we do. I think you've all had this experience. You're with your 1.5-year-old, your toddler who's a little unsteady on their feet. You're walking along and they fall down. What is the first thing a child does when they fall down? They look at you. Am I hurt? With the first child, and you are dialing 911 right away because they've fallen down and you're starting to cry, your child starts to cry. By the second or third child, you may not even notice for a couple blocks that they've fallen down. That's why sometimes younger children are more well-adjusted than older children.